Hello, everyone. Today is um, Thursday, April 4th, 2024 at 9:31 a.m. in the morning. Excuse me. So, wait, let me double check. Yeah. Um, I don't remember if today is a day that is related to MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. I don't remember if it's his birthday or assassination day today. I forgot. But but on April I think it was April 4th, 2010, I remembered him being celebrated, and don't you know what? I think it was the day of his assassination. Um yeah, I'm sorry, I'm half tired right now still. And I remember April 4th, 2010, there was an earthquake in Los Angeles. Um, yeah. So anyway, um, but I woke up 30 minutes ago, and excuse me. So a lot happened yesterday morning, and things didn't turn out how excuse me. Uh, uh, uh. Sorry for yawning so much. So I had to be on the streets 3 nights, and then you know, last night, well, actually, yesterday afternoon, I got into a hotel room, and like so far, the most I was able to afford is 5 days. Um, the most I'm able to afford is 5 days so far. I don't know if I might have a little bit left over, but I have to see my other financial obligations. Um, oh, my legs hurt. So I have a lot to say, and my mind is scrambled up. Um, so, well, I don't even, I have a lot to say, and my mind is scrambled up, and I don't know exactly where to start. And I'm still tired, and I'm feeling heaviness on my chest, on my heart, and everything. So, you know, I'm 40 years old and tired of people who think it's funny to think that they can treat me like a punished child with no rights. Excuse me. And, whatever happened to if you don't like somebody, just stay away from them and have nothing to do with them. But it seems like people try, if they don't like you, if they hate you, they try so desperately to control you and abuse you and force themselves into your life when you don't want them in your life because you don't want to be hurt. So, and people who think that they can try to be judgmental and choose partiality and favoritism, you know, that, if my situation was different from I'm sorry, if I went through a situation that was, you know, the same as what my twin sister just experienced this weekend, there would be nobody to really be on my side or support me or whatever. But my twin sister, still has people fighting for her and defending her, you know. But in my situation, because y'all already don't like me, when I went to jail, um, I had a small amount of people who supported and defended me, but then each and every one of them, a couple of days later, had betrayed and turned against me. And my minor situation that I didn't even know, as I said, that I've been treated worse than a murderer. But my twin sister, has a large amount of people who still fighting to support her, but then she still got some people, the ones who betrayed and turned against her or say that they lost respect for her. They are like some people are trying to say that, oh, the ones who lost respect for her are the ones who that they're the ones who just fake or whatever, you know. But they are all bickering and arguing amongst each other, you know. It's like y'all raising y'all blood pressure over a stranger who y'all don't even know. And I'm feeling like, when my twin sister had the situation with the where I didn't even, I barely watched a few seconds or a couple of minutes of, where they said blood was coming from my twin sister's nose and she tried to slit her throat with broken glass bottle and got drunk or whatever. I don't know about all that, but um they said that she beat Tiara up that time, but I don't even know if the online people called the police or if the neighbors called the police. But, if they were to find out exactly where she lives at, all I know is she's now in Georgia. But, I'm her own twin, and even though we're not close, it's because of what the foster mom did to us. But internet strangers think that they got more rights to my twin sister than I do. And telling me to butt out my own twin sister situation. But when she tried to, be self-righteous about the police in my situation, they all sided with her. So people don't even care about, one of the reasons why the world is corrupt nowadays is people don't even care about right and wrong. People just only care about favoritism and who they like better. And they use that to determine who's right, who they think is right or wrong in a situation. So, even with the glass bottle in the throat situation or whatever, it seemed like as if my twin sister wanted me to so-called butt out, you know. But, I mean, nobody calls it mental for my twin sister to put internet strangers above her own twin. But she doesn't see anything wrong with herself about, if we're 40 years old and been out of foster care for so long and her mind is still programmed with the same trash that the foster family brainwashed. I was able to break away from the programming, and that's the reason why I'm targeted. You know, so, and when Anthony tried to, spell my name, tried to spell my last name wrong and call me a piece of shit. And then that Jessica Ricketts Holdness perp tried to say that I need to be locked up and put away forever or whatever. But no, y'all need to be locked up and put away forever. And I'm disturbed that the night before last I spoke the truth and nothing but the truth about everything that Anthony was doing to me. I got like almost 20 thumbs down and only one thumbs up on that video, and about almost 150 views on a video. Can you imagine getting only one thumbs up on a video where you spoke the truth and everybody giving you a thumbs down? Because they're all perps. Or they really are manipulating and controlling the thumbs up and thumbs down, where they're trying to suppress the truth being spoken and getting out. Like, everybody else had exposed Anthony of being a CIA, and I thought I could have sworn that he admitted himself that he's like a CIA asset, MK Ultra or mind control asset or whatever. So, I knew a fake TI perp named Crystal Newman who was like targeted very heavily, and she was part of one of those sororities. And then it seemed like we tried, me, Darius, and another lady, it probably was Miss Samantha, before they split and switched and became perps. But I think Darius and Miss Samantha were already fake TI perps before they even approached me, but Crystal was targeted, and then she was like we saw her videos about her, them sabotaging her car, and she tried to travel to out of state to try to we stayed, well, I didn't get to stay up all night, but Darius stayed up all night, and we tried to make sure Crystal was okay. Well, I was too sleep deprived, so I couldn't stay up all night, but I think I ended up losing sleep that night anyway. But I tried to check up the next morning, and she drove at least 8 hours to go by this lady's place, and the lady stood her up. And she was trying to get away from her parents, and they were trying to sacrifice Crystal. And they said that she had only a certain amount of time to live. And we tried to get her to turn to Jesus Christ and become Christian or whatever. And instead, it seems like she was so desperate to sell out, that they nearly succeeded at trying to kill her, and told her that she only had a certain amount of time to live. And so she sold out in order to prevent from being murdered, or sacrificed. Excuse me. And so she seemed like she was like very desperate to sell out, and we tried to beg her not to. And she chose selling out rather than to turn to Jesus Christ and be protected, But then she started perping me, and now I'm not in contact with either one of them, because all three of them, turned out to be perps, and they will falsely accuse you of being a perp. But Crystal was perping me on the phone too, So now they're making my eye itch right here. So, and I've known of some other instances where some people, are they would rather be desperate to sell out, or the idea that they are so desperate to, because the gang stalkers lie to the targets and say that our lives would be easier if we just submit to them and join the dark side, And I guess they come after us, Excuse me, but people been avoiding me and hating me and excluding me from everything for so many years, and they've been avoiding, hating, and excluding me, and shut down every opportunity that I try to accomplish, and they still do. And so I found it weird for anybody to come after me. But I guess God doesn't discriminate in a righteous way. The devil doesn't discriminate, but he has wrong motives. So, you know, it wasn't until 2020, you know, a lot of targeted individuals had been selling out around the time of that moment that I can't mention on here. What happened at the beginning of 2020. But even right before then, I started to question whether or not targets are selling out and becoming perps. You know, and they had the guy with the website that shut down, and he got murdered for excuse me. It seemed like I didn't know that he had new age beliefs, but he got murdered for exposing how they condition or train for the target to become a perp, you know, and or how they try to get targets to sell out and become perps. And so it's like the gang stalking. It's a battle for your soul, and it's a battle for your soul, and they want to try to corner you and leave you with no option to either sell out and become evil or commit suicide. And I'm like, wow, so this is the reason why for the Bible scripture about how we should endure to the end. You know, um or they would do us like celebrities, and they would do us like celebrities and make it like as if you know they would murder us and then make it look like a suicide, or they would cause whatever, maybe freak accident or something. But the same people stalking, following, and harassing and trying to ruin our lives are the same people who try to gaslight us and say, well, what make you're the narcissist with elitist mentality, or think you're special, or you think you're entitled. And they're like, well, what makes you think you're special that people will want to stalk you? Well, ask the one stalking, or you ask yourself, since you're doing the stalking and trying to gaslight. you know so you know um y'all work for the devil, and talking about how any of us Christian targets need to be locked up or we need to be put away. Why don't you just stay away from me? If you don't like someone, stay away from me. And I don't even bother you. I'm not obsessed with you. I don't know you. And y'all obsessed stalkers calling me weird and crazy. But y'all try to invest y'all lives into stuff that's none of y'all business, and you're wasting your life. Like, there are so many things that y'all can be doing. The fact, if y'all have a high income and y'all got the time to be on your phones harassing and stalking people, why don't y'all try to go explore nature? I mean, y'all have a car, you can go drive to like one of these national parks and maybe go sightseeing or something. You know, like, or if you want to go stalk somebody, why don't you go to the damn zoo or the aquarium and go watch the doggone animals or something? Leave us alone and stop trying to destroy us. So I mean, go to the petting zoo for some therapy or something, some nature therapy, Why don't you go foraging for wild edibles and, learn survival tips or something? But, I don't know where to go out in the woods. And a lot of people say it's not a good idea for a lone female, to go out in the woods by herself. They say it's more acceptable for a guy, who's out in the woods, by himself and trying to go survive or whatever. So I don't know where to go out in the woods to survive, or unplug from society and, just go live off the grid and stuff. But certain people have families, you know, to be able to help them succeed at living off the grid. But I heard that it's hard work. Um, Hard work, but you get your peace of mind. You know, you get a peace of mind. But I've heard about professed targeted individuals who try to live off the grid or try to live out in the woods, and the perps will still find them and destroy them. So if you're targeted, even trying to get rid of your phone and go out and live out in the woods, the perps will still find you. Or they will try to find a way to make you disappear. So, I mean, when I'm sitting here feeling like I'm targeted the heaviest or targeted the worst, it's a shock to me to find out that they have some people who are targeted heavier than me, and some of them are still targeted, but others end up, caving in to becoming perps, because the perps will lie, and they have approached me and try to lie and say that that all my problems will go away, or that my targeting will ease, but they can try to control what they want me to have. So the first fake sellout offer was and it comes from people who are said to be your fake so-called wannabe handlers. So the first fake sellout offer that they tried to give to me was Alex. Like, before then, nobody ever offered me anything to sell out. And, if I was young, like in my early 20s, young, and if I was young and didn't know any better, and if I was young and didn't know any better, and didn't know the truth, didn't know about the Illuminati, the New World Order, how the Hollywood industry and all that operate, and didn't know about the true Christianity and Jesus Christ, or whatever, I probably would have, out of ignorance and gullibility, been dumb and, sell out without knowing. But, they get you in they trick you into a bad contract, and then sex traffic you. And then you end up being one of these druggies. And that might explain how some of these homeless druggies be gang stalking. And they walk around looking like zombies. Excuse me. So, but Alex Dupree made a fake offer for me to be a lady of nights and become a gang stalker for 6 months, and then try to make it like, if I gang stalk for 6 months, I'll be set for life. And he wanted me to, like, that was after he ran me out of Pensacola, and I was in Mobile, Alabama, for a couple of weeks, and then he had excuse me, made a fake offer for me to join the Lady of Nights and become a gang stalker, and have like a house on 2 acres of land in uptown New Orleans. And then he's like, oh, well, your gang stalking will stop, or, if you become a gang stalker and a Lady of Nights for 6 months. And I'm like, yeah, so you can sacrifice me, and my contract will be up, and you'll sacrifice me, and I'll be dead after 6 months. So, excuse me. So then, they had this fake TI perp that sold out. It seemed like over the summer, and after Alex ran me out of Pensacola over the summer, seemingly everybody was from every direction and every avenue was trying to make fake sellout offers, and I rejected all of them. And then, people kept trying to call me ungrateful and falsely accusing me of wanting to be homeless or wanting to be in my situation and everything like that, and I'm gonna say it again, excuse me. They had this Muslim fake TI perp that offered for me to come to Pennsylvania, and then wanted to offer me free food, free housing, free this, free that, free everything, and wanted for me to have a passport or whatever. And then Anthony told me, this was like, I think she offered me on Facebook, and then he told me on Instagram, he said, be careful with things like this because she might be trying to sex traffic you out of the country, or whatever, The fact that she mentioned a passport, or whatever, And she was a perp pretending to be targeted on Facebook. And so people stay like on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, and Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram, and and YouTube, and a few other places I can't remember, that, and Quora, and stuff like that, that the majority of the so-called targets are actually sold out perps, and so so then let's see. So they have some, like, this Andrea Jones person that said she was pregnant for like 2 or 3 years or something. Um, you know, she's she said that she had shot her boyfriend, and she ended up being heavily targeted, and she claimed that she was being gang stalked by celebrities as well. And um and then, they were about to do her in. And then afterwards, she said that, and it seemed like as if me and Darius was supposed to help her too, but then Darius flipped on me and became, I think he was already a pretending to be targeted and played it off really well, you know. But they even had a few other people who said that he was a perp too. So this Andrea person, she tried to tell me one time when they were about to do her in. And she said that, you know, it seemed like she was under MK Ultra. I don't know. And she was about to go into Hollywood and supposedly blow up and become a famous singer or whatever, But she ended up being targeted. And so she mentioned, she told me one day she just woke up out of random and told me, she tried to say, take down all your videos that make you look crazy, and then me and you gonna start up a business together. And I'm like, that sounds like another, and then she said some other stuff it sounded like it's just she was trying to make a fake sellout offer, you know. And then they had somebody that called himself like Hung Daddy 847 or something like that. And it was for me and my twin sister's birthday of August 25th, 2020, 4 years ago. And he said, you know, he said, um, you know, what did he say? He said, oh, we eat cake every day of the year. Why don't you come join us? Now, like, fake satanic sellout offers on my birthday, that ruined it. You know, he said, we eat cake every day of the year. Why don't you come join us? And Alex made multiple attempts at trying to approach me and trying to get me to sell out. And all the gang stalkers that, like the gang stalkers trying to get me to sell out, it's like they be the satanic sex traffickers, and the sex trafficking fake T.I. perp DJ, some of the perps, it be seeming like as if the harassment will never end, and it seems like they never give up on you. But eventually Alex Dupree left me alone, and then DJ left me alone, and now it seems like the fake Darnell Williams perp is the type that does not give up so easily, So the fake T.I. perp DJ, he approached me around May or June 2020, and Alex was still stalking, following, and harassing me. So DJ approached me. I don't know. He would not tell me how he illegally found out my phone number, and DJ would never tell me his real name. He would never show me. He would never tell me his real name or never show me any pictures of himself. And he approached me and falsely, he illegally obtained my phone number, and he was harassing me both over the phone and online. And he was way younger than me and thought he had a fake authority and control over me. Excuse me. And he did not believe in Jesus Christ, and he tried to beat me into submission and to turn to the other side, and falsely accused me. I mean, he was sexually perverted also. Excuse me. And he was sexually perverted also, and he would say stuff like, "Don't you want a better life?" and stuff like that, So he would ask me if I wanted a better life, and he would like try to beat me into submission, to sell out and stuff, and he tried to offer me a place, and I don't remember if it was like he would call from a bunch of Chicago phone numbers, but then he would claim that he's living in Wisconsin, and I think that he was he was contacting me from a bunch of fake text now numbers from different area codes and stuff, and he was trying to bully me to turn away from Jesus Christ and not be Christian anymore. He was trying to get me to do that. And then one time he called himself Voodoo Gods or something like that, And he would try to, he would also, I don't remember the exact deals that he wanted, but he acted like as if he wanted me to, have a 1-year deal of selling out and becoming a perp. And then one time he bragged and admitted about being one of the main ones to he bragged and admitted about being one of the main ones to get all the TIs on YouTube to flip and become perps, and trying to make it like I'm stupid for not becoming a perp or not selling out. And so Yeah, he will always ask me, "Don't you want a better life?" Or he would be like, one time he was like, "Yeah, I guess Pensacola is your pimp." But like, with about me having like warts on my hand or a tooth abscess, he tried to say, you have HPV, you are not healthy, and then he did the yuck emoji. But then he still kept on trying to pursue me, you know. But I had a wart on my hand when I was a child. I was a kid, you know, and then it wasn't until 2020 or 2021, like I had, I've been battling warts ever since, and I have like two small warts on my fingers that, um, I successfully got rid of certain warts with the apple cider vinegar, even though it's a battle, but some people are saying that one way to get rid of warts is to take baths with Himalayan pink salt. Like, or they say if you take some internally, like the Soleil salt water, they said that that's one good thing that would cleanse you out as well. You know, but due to my homeless situation, it's difficult for me to try to practice that. Excuse me. So they said that salt is very cleansing. So that that might be what I need to do. You know, but when I get rid of some warts, then new ones come back. Um, like I have a wart on my thumb right here, and on this finger, it's really tiny on this one. And I've tried to make a mixture and a solution last year, but you know, but excuse me. So, and then dealing with the tooth abscess, um, I heard that even a few other targeted individuals are walking around with tooth abscesses because I heard that they, them radiating our teeth or, hitting our mouths with weapons or, hit our eyes or our organs or whatever, and they're ruining our immune systems and stuff. And I heard that they deplete us of magnesium and make us dehydrated and stuff. And that's one of the reasons why how they keep us sleep deprived and they keep us poor, forced to be poor on purpose. And so we can't get to eat the healthiest like we want to. So, well, yeah. DJ offered me some kind of fake cheap shitty deal too. I don't remember. And he left me alone. And when I spoke up against him, in 2022, he came back to harass me again. But then after a few days, he quickly left me alone. But yeah, every gang stalker, I mean, they want to try to get you to sell out, and they are not shy about how they want to bully you to they want to try to bully you to turn away from Jesus Christ and Christianity, and then trying to coerce you to turn to Satan, and think that they're doing the right thing. And because they sold out, nothing happens to them. So but and then the fake Darnell Williams perp kept repeatedly approaching me with fake offers. And the offers is what they want you to have. And I remember in 2022, excuse me, he tried with some Indian man to make sexually perverted, harassing phone calls And I don't know how he illegally obtained my phone number. And once I changed my phone number, that's when all the harassment went online, on all of my social medias. But before then, he was just harassing me over the phone. And who is this? I was like, who is this weirdo? And as I said, the fake Darnell Williams perp, that's not his real name. And, you know, um, he even said his real name is Marcel Thibodeau, but you go look up Marcel Thibodeau and you can't find him. He's like not searchable on Google at all. Excuse me. So I believe that the fake Darnell Williams perp, I believe that he's probably would have a criminal record, and he's a very dangerous person. And some people might say, oh, that's just AI. That's not a real person. But people talk about the idea of AI and bots and NPCs or whatever and stuff like that. Excuse me. Okay. So, excuse me, but Anthony was trying to tell me be careful of this, be careful of that, and now you're a desperate hardcore gang stalker. And I want, as I said, a real TI would not stalk another TI, or you would not be trying to wreak havoc and try to, ruin my life, and bully and abuse people. As I said, if you think I'm a piece of shit, why are you stalking everything I do? Why don't you stay away from me? So Anthony sold out of desperation. So then even Starbricker and my twin sister at one point were trying to act like as if they were trying to force me to not believe in Jesus Christ. And so my twin sister and her cult followers, they try to falsely lie to people and make it like as if I'm the satanic one. In the fake Darnell Williams perp and the fake Aquarian Doris perp and all that too, But the fake Darnell Williams perp and the fake Aquarian Doris perp trying to falsely talk about that they own me and stuff like that. You can't own somebody that's older than you. Y'all are practically kids. Like the fake Darnell Williams perp, he seems like him and the fake Aquarian Doris perp. I don't think that people in their 30s and 40s would be that immature like they are, But look at Starbricker is like in her 60s and immature and childish troll bully, and then thinks that she falsely used projection and lie and say that I'm childish. And everything dirty that she does to me, she lies and says I did it to her. So, the latest fake sellout offer, the fake Darnell Williams perp, he would taunt and harass and bully me and say, switch sides now, Candy, or something like that. Or they threaten that if I don't sell out, then they're going to make my life a living hell. So you see what they did with the jail situation, right? Y'all talking about Candy wastes her money on Ubers, or she wastes her money on food, or she wastes her money on hotel rooms. She wastes her money on this and that. No, I'm wasting my money on fake court and jail fees because y'all set me up and lied on me. So, and as I said, it seemed like the jail system is nothing. The jail system is nothing but a game that will ruin your life. It's nothing but a money hungry game. excuse me, I didn't even realize that taking people to jail was all about money, not about real crimes to be solved. That's why they don't do shit about rape and murder and kidnapping and all that, but petty stuff like, oh, trespassing or traffic tickets. Oh, people suffering, fighting for their lives for that. But people can get away with rape and murder and kidnapping and, arson and larceny and whatever else, But, so, the fake aquarium doors perp try to talk about free food in hotel rooms for a year if you sell out and join the kingdom of darkness and make the right decision. But she has a fake account called Candy is a Greedy Scammer. And they're obsessed. Like, they're the ones who try to beat me into submission and bully me out of my soul. And I wouldn't be surprised if Anthony would try to make approach to try to bully me and to try to get me to sell out. So, like, now my twin sister has, increased, cult followers. Now I end up with more hate, more thumbs down, and, I'm getting, like, increased views on my videos, but not a whole lot. But I noticed that I get low views on my gang stalking perp walk videos. I get low views on those, but lately, but then on my videos like this, I might end up with, like, almost 200 views, but 1 thumbs up and 25 thumbs down or something like that, And y'all hate the truth being spoken. So anyway, my legs still hurt, and I have more errands to run today. I don't know if it'll be, I mean, it has to be no later than tomorrow, But I don't know if I should just chill and rest today and try to recuperate and do my errands tomorrow, and then I got things to do even over the weekend, So, excuse me. So, like, yesterday morning, like, my plans did not turn out the way that I originally intended, So, I mean, like, for the past few days, I tried to look on Craigslist or something for any rooms for rent. Couldn't really find anything. I couldn't really find anything. And like usual, like almost every month. And it's challenging to try to rent a room out of someone's house too, because they're very nitpicky, and some of them do background checks, and they're very nitpicky, and they want you to have a job, and they say Social Security and SSI don't count, and they want you with a job, and they had people who turned down my request for a room for rent, just by the way my picture looks. So excuse me. So they didn't like the way I look. They didn't like the way I look, so they would reject for me to be allowed to rent a room out of their house because they don't like the way my picture looks or whatever. Excuse me. So I could not find I thought something was crawling on me just now. I could not find any room for rent. And so I tried to call this other extended stay place. I tried to contact the extended stay, and nobody answered their phones. I tried to call like twice, and it wasn't until after I paid for the rooms and checked into this hotel, and then finally that extended stay place had called me after I had already checked in and settled in here. And I was like, damn. I was trying to get a hold of them, and nobody answered their phone a couple of times. Nobody answered their phones. So, so then, so yesterday morning, well, I was craving pancakes and I haven't had pancakes in I don't know how long. I don't even remember. I mean, the last time I went to Waffle House, I didn't even have waffles. I think I had like, if it wasn't a ham, egg, and cheese biscuit, then I don't remember what I had. So, yeah, I because at the other hotel I would they would have muffins and juice or whatever, and I like how I ate that like 2 or 3 weeks in a row with every single day, you know, and so I was craving IHOP or craving pancakes, and it's been I don't know remember when the last time I had pancakes, but it had been a while, and so I had like um so yesterday I had some like a 3 pancakes and a huge omelet and some milk on the side. Oh, I almost couldn't eat. Like as soon as I had like the 3 pancakes, oh, I was stuffed by then. I was full. But maybe because I didn't eat much the day before that. Um, because the day before that, I don't like. Let's see, Tuesday. Um, yeah, like Tuesday. Like I only ate dinner. I didn't have breakfast. I didn't have lunch, and I didn't have anything to drink until Tuesday evening. I was trying to get help with a hotel room out of the rain. But good thing it didn't. No, but I mean, a couple of people pitched in here and there. But like a couple of people pitched in, to help me out, you know. But I didn't get enough help for a hotel room, but I had enough a little bit for food or whatever. Thank y'all for that. Whatever you can afford. I understand. So the fact that Tuesday I felt so hated, and someone had donated me I don't remember if it was $20, and said thanking of you, and that made my day. That really made my day. It helped. It helped. Like when I felt hated by everybody and felt like everybody was against me and feeling depressed and feeling down and feeling hopeless, useless, and worthless, and feeling like everybody's against me, and then towards the end of the day, somebody send me $20 and say thinking of you, and that helped me feel much better. But even if she sent nothing and said thinking of you, you know it will help me feel better, the idea that at least someone cares. you know so and then another person sent me $9, and so for dinner I had a burrito. um it was really good too. I had a burrito. It was a big, huge burrito, and water was all I had. Um, excuse me. But the server, the waitress was really nice, but towards the end of my meal or whatever, I don't know if she threw up like subtle devil horns, and I don't know if she did it on purpose or by accident or whatever. But excuse me. So I didn't. I mean, I mean, I didn't have anything to eat or drink until dinner time, and I just had that one meal to eat, you know. And I'm 40 years old, and the same satanic stalkers that try to, oh, and that Jessica Ricketts holiness perp, she even tried to make sellout offers towards at me too. She was trying to trying to a couple of times she tried to make offers to sell out for me to sell out. That's the one who made threats to bash my head in concrete and made death threats at me and threats to pistol whip me or whatever. I mean, and for somebody to be like have like a how do you have a degree in education and you can't even spell properly? Excuse me. So then yeah, a couple of times she tried to make offers, sell out offers, and it seems like, and then one time she illegally obtained my phone number without my permission, and even my emails without my permission, and hacked my emails, and you know and she tried to make fake sellout offers, and it seems like she wanted us to be very controlling about, you should have only coffee or tea and only 2 meals a day, and you should eat this and do this and do that, and you need to be fasting, and it's like, I mean, I might as well go to prison the way the fake sellout offers y'all have, because it's very imprisoning. The fake sellout offers, it's like you want, like, it's not even freedom. It's more prison, the fake sellout offers y'all offering. So anyway, um, so I kind of lost my train of thought and forgot where I was at. Forgot what I was just recently talking about. But yeah, so okay, so yeah, so yeah, so yesterday yesterday morning, all that I ate was the IHOP. I had no lunch and I had no dinner. I didn't have lunch or dinner yesterday, you know. So like yesterday morning, I had like two. I don't know if it was 16 ounce. I think it was above 12 ounces. Cups of water, and I also had a glass of milk too with my pancakes and omelet. And excuse me. So after that, you know, I had it originally, even though I was very sleep deprived and tired, and my body feels weak. I had it in plan to just knock out all my errands in one day, and knock out all my errands in one day, and then just go and get a hotel room and rest or whatever. But it didn't work out that way because like excuse me, um so the fact that I had originally planned to get all my errands done in one day, that's why. And then sometimes certain bus routes run funny, or that they might not run as frequently. So I went to take an Uber to go and get my mail. So so one thing good happened to me yesterday, but I'm not going to publicize it because the perps will weaponize it against me and try to find out more information about my personal business. So I'm not going to publicize what good thing that I received yesterday, or one good thing that happened, because they have been trying to stop this situation for a long time. that has nothing to do with them. That's not their business. So, so I finally got one problem that I've been struggling with for months. I finally got it solved. And so I took an Uber to go to get my mail, and excuse me, I took an Uber to go get my mail, and so um the lady, I didn't know the first time, but after a while I found out she was like a female pastor, like, and she said she had this church or whatever, because that, like, she was talking to somebody on the phone right as I got in, and and when I heard her, it was a Wednesday. Yesterday was Wednesday, so when she was mentioning about the hours of getting ready, and I'm like, oh shit, is this a fake IDMR cult member that I'm riding in an Uber with? I'm like, oh hell no, let me get out here right quick, you know. But come to find out, I like, because the fake IDMR cult, like, their fake sessions in New Orleans throughout the years would be like Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Wednesday and Friday from like 7:45 p.m. till 10 o'clock at night, and then on Sunday from like 10:45 a.m. till 11. I'm sorry, 10:45 a.m. until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And you're just hearing 2 hours, 6 hours a week worth of bullshit, you know. And sometimes they would have like fake auxiliary class, you know, um, you know, fake auxiliary, which is more brainwashing. And sometimes, and they would have fake Sunday school and all that, you know, and I mean, I don't even know what role. I heard that the fake IDMR cult does participate in gang stalking, but I don't know what role that they have in my gang stalking. Because then, you know, if I were to go to any fake IDMR meetings right now, um, you know, I would wonder, like, you know, any of them, if I might catch on to, oh, okay, so this person is a perp, or this person is gang stalking me, or whatever, you know. So, and so they, I mean, so I mean, so that lady, you know, it's like I mistakenly thought that she was, you know, trying to recruit a new member to the fake IDMR cult. Come to find out she had some church service she was sending, I mean, offering somebody to go to or whatever. So, excuse me. So right after I got in the car, she, you know, offered, I mean, you know, she hung up the phone shortly after, and so I got my seatbelt on and we rode down to go get my mail. And so me and her talked, and you know, had a conversation, and I ended up, you know, telling her about my homeless situation and whatever. So she told me about this, she told me about this homeless shelter. It's not publicly advertised like the other shelters, you know. And it was like a fake religious homeless shelter that that she sent me to, and it was way out in the east where I do not feel comfortable, you know. And it's not publicly advertised, and it's like I never heard of it. And she was trying to tell me that the shelter was free, and she said the shelter was free, and that excuse me, she said the shelter was free, and that they might ask me to pay tithes or whatever. I never heard of that. I'm like, I didn't feel comfortable with that, you know, because I do not do church tithes, fake church tithing. I do not do that, you know. Excuse me. So So she dropped me off to go get my mail, and she was gonna wait a while, and they had a line in front of me, which was unusual because usually I could just walk in and get my mail and walk out, but there was a line, which was unexpected. There was a line. So while I was waiting in there, and I left my stuff in the car, and she came in there and told me that she had another Uber run. So I went to get my stuff out of the car and then waited around for her to accept that other Uber ride and then come back. Excuse me. And so I got my mail, and one of the pieces of mail was the receipt from the um the fees or whatever, from the administrative fees or whatever, court fees or whatever. I mean, not court, but some other, the $30 of fees of what, two payments of $15 of fees that I had to pay. And so now I had to pay $40. Um, excuse me. So I had to pay $40, and which I was supposed to pay yesterday, but I didn't get to pay yet. And so, I mean, from the paying the fees from when I went to jail, so I got like receipt in the mail from that. And so then, excuse me. So this lady was telling me, that she would be willing to go to court with me and stuff like that. But I'm like, well, I mean, I really don't know you, Well, I didn't tell her that, but she was talking about wanting to go to court with me and stuff, And she said people at that shelter would go to court with me or whatever. Excuse me. And so I mean, then so I mean, I don't know, it felt like as if they tried to rush me out of the place where I was getting mail, because I was waiting on a ride, you know and I was waiting on her to come back. And it's like, well, they never rushed me out before, so then she came back, and they had a perp with one fog light removed or whatever. And so then the very second I got in the car, back in the car, after getting my mail, and the lady, when, like, both of my legs cramped up really bad. And I don't know the lady that well, but what she did to me reminded me of what a narcissistic abuser would do. Because nothing about me, but the very second I got in the car, both of my legs cramped up really bad. And, both of my legs cramped up really bad once the very second I got in the car. And she yelled at me and said, "That's because you haven't been drinking water." No, she said something about, that's because you've been walking around too much and not drinking enough water. Here. And then she gave me a bottle of water, and I drank the bottle of water. And she mentioned something about that she wanted to go get me some pickle juice. But she didn't get me any pickle juice, but she gave me a bottle of water. And so she drove me all the way to the east in New Orleans, to try to go by this whatever fake Christian shelter. And I'll just say this, I'm not going to go into much detail, but out of my multiple disabilities that I have, one of the ladies there found out what my disability was and kicked me out instantly and told me I couldn't stay there. I mean, she kicked me out instantly and told me I couldn't stay there. And then there was this other lady that was trying to be a manipulative bully, and and trying to make it like as if I should just do away with my disability and be forced to be normal and stay there. Like as if my disability is a choice. You know, excuse me. She tried to be manipulative and make me feel really stupid. So then immediately after that, it was a gang stalker who pulled up with one headlight. I got a picture of the the license plate on the truck, but I didn't get the picture of that perp driving with one headlight. And he was like drove like very close by me and parked, and then they would they delivered the food to the shelter. And it's like, well, if I were to stay here, I wouldn't even last long anyway. I wouldn't even get to last long anyway, because y'all, like, I just got there and y'all already gang stalking me. Well, I mean, you passed by right after I get kicked out of the shelter. Like, I was there like not even 2 minutes, and the lady found out my disability and instantly kicked me out. And so the perp had came by like almost immediately after. And so the lady that's the female pastor, she had to use the bathroom. And so she used the bathroom, and they told her that I could not stay there. And she was like, well, what about Grace House or Odyssey House? And they're like, no, she won't be able to stay there either. So, but the lady, she got my phone number, but the lady showed me no signs of herself being a perp or anything like that, you know. But the people who drive up to deliver the food at the shelter, it was a lot of food too, make you think that there is such hope for food security, you know. So they delivered the food to the shelter with one headlight, you know. And so, excuse me. And so the lady asked me where to go. And she asked me where I wanted her to take me to, you know. And so I'm like, well, if you don't mind, you know, I'll pay you some gas money to take me back to the take me to the library on the West Bank, you know. And so you know, she was gonna take the money, but then she switched her mind and said never mind. So I tried to offer her a gift, and she you know, politely declined it, and she said she just wanted me to get better, or you know, get well or whatever, you know. And so, you know, she dropped me off at the library. I went to the library, and you know, I tried to make a couple of business calls, and you know, at this hotel, there's you on your own with all 3 meals. So so I was able to get 5 days so far at this hotel. And I don't have any food in here, you know. So even yesterday I drank more water, but I didn't get to fulfill my daily quota of water. But the lady talked to me like as if she thinks that I'm notorious for having a bad habit, for like she thinks I live a lifestyle of not drinking enough water, and that's not me at all. You know, like the other day, since I had to be homeless out on the streets and everything, and I didn't feel comfortable with using the New Orleans library bathroom, and then having really nowhere to pee at night, you know, that's why I didn't drink that much water or drink that much anything, you know. But that's not the normal me. The normal me, I'm really be on top with drinking a good amount of water. Like I aim for at least you know, I'll be trying to drink like about 96 ounces of water a day. I try, to aim for 96 ounces of water. And I usually do well over 72 ounces of water a day. But even then, I could drink like a gallon of water or a gallon of fluids in one day and would still suffer, like with the gang stalkers hitting me with directed energy weapons and causing cramping in random parts of my body. You know, and so my legs were sore and trying to lock up on me yesterday to a point where I almost could not even walk. And otherwise, I would have took the bus to the hotel, but I ended up taking another Uber because of my legs, and I did some peeing throughout the night last night. And I drank some more water yesterday afternoon. Yesterday afternoon, after checking in, one of the first things I did was take a shower. And after I took a shower, I discovered that extended stay hotel had called me after I came and settled in and taken a shower and everything. And I'm like, wow, I had already paid to stay here. Excuse me. And so then I mellowed out, and I mean, I think it was 5:27 yesterday afternoon. I felt tired enough to go to sleep, and my sleep was spotty. But then I woke up at 9 o'clock this morning. So I slept from yesterday off and on, because I had been sleep deprived the previous days, and I slept off and on. My sleep was spotty from 5:30 yesterday afternoon until 9 o'clock this morning. And I had nothing to eat or drink yet today. And now it's 10:48 in the morning. So the fake Darnell Williams perp, the fake Darnell Williams perp made harassing comments on my YouTube yesterday, and I went to check my messages around the middle of the night, and I went to go to block his account, and his account was already deleted before I can even try to go block it. So the stuff that him and the fake Aquarium Doris perp that they say, I can't even be reporting their accounts because they make fake new accounts to come harass, and then they say certain things that that it ends up being deleted before I can even block their accounts. But if I if I try to report their accounts, YouTube will lie and say that they're not violating any rules or anything. I'm like, they clearly violated, by calling me, in the username title talking about greedy grand perp. That's like harassment right there. So the fake Darnell Williams perp, it's like he would do stuff like make a fake edited photo of like as if the devil is eating red velvet cake or something like that. A fake picture of the devil eating red velvet cake. And but it's like some of my twin sisters cult followers are acting like as if they're trying to kiss up to me or trying to kiss my ass, like this fake Miss Chocolate perp, or I didn't even, like, she came on my live stream the other night, and I didn't even realize she was connected with my twin sister. If I would have known that, I would have blocked her too. So and they have certain people want to talk about, oh, what is gang stalking? Well, if you thumbing down my videos, then you know damn well you're a perp and don't need to ask me what a gang stalker is. Well, there's another person who asked me what is a gang stalker or whatever, you know. But yeah, so when I try to do a live stream the night before last, the perps muted my live stream, and which that hadn't happened in a while. But they would do it. There was a point in time they would do it all the time. So if what I'm speaking is wrong, why do you feel the need to mute me? But you feel threatened. Y'all feel threatened. Excuse me. So I had to make another video after the forced muted live stream. So so I'm here for 5 days at least, and I need to you know, I need to. I mean, I don't even know if should just wait until tomorrow. I mean, if I should just recuperate today and wait till tomorrow to run errands. And I need to. I don't have any cash, like physical cash at all. But I'm still tired, and I mean I need to drink me some like hydrate myself, you know. And my legs, the swelling went down some since last night from me being on the streets, and and I've been, you know, like sitting down a lot, you know, sit down at the library all day and then sit down at the homeless so-called sleep spot where I can get little to no sleep and just sit there all night and be awake and be asleep deprived and stuff. And then you know, but the online stalkers try to demand an answer for stuff that's not their business, and then lie and say that I'm the richest and most fortunate homeless person that they ever met. And like the fake Darnell Williams perp, if he's teamed up with my twin sister to plot and plan how to sabotage my Piccadilly job, and then he started harassing me last night about, oh, how many job applications did you fill out? And he did that as a way to try to act like as if he wanted to you know, he did that as a way to act like as if he wanted to you know, he acted like as if he wanted to you know, that's another fake sellout attempt to bully me to sell out. Like as if him wanting me to get a job is, he doesn't want me with a regular normal job. He is, him and the fake Aquarian Doris perp are trying to bully me about my soul. And trying to bully me to sell out and delusionally believe that they're my handlers. That y'all too retarded to be any handlers. Y'all are mentally unstable and deformed y'all selves. You know. Excuse me. So, I mean, Alex Dupree used to bully, harass, and threaten me and tell me the police got me under surveillance. But not once did he ever say, I own you. He never told me that he owned me, but he would tell me the police got me under surveillance. And so they would try to, you know, he would try to stalk me and sick the police on me like dogs. Excuse me. And, like call the police on me unprovoked. For no reason at all. And the police would come out and they would try to make attempts at trying to detain me And the police will be involved. They will be perps and involved in the gang stalking. And even when Alex Dupree left me alone, Pensacola police was still gang stalking me. Um, Gretna police and New Orleans police, they participate in gang stalking me. Um, excuse me. So, but I like April 2nd was my twin sister's anniversary of marrying Dwayne. But I don't even think they're actually divorced. And excuse me. So I mean, I feel bad about her being in jail. Um, I feel bad about her being in jail in a city and state with. Well, I don't know if her kids are still in Georgia, but she's so busy chasing Tiara that like if Raven is like 19 and I think wait, no, Raven is like 20. I think Raven is 20 and Ivan just turned 18. My twin sister was so busy chasing after Tiara that she didn't even, she didn't seem like she making any attempts to reunite with her kids. Like trying to reunite with and bond with her kids. And McKeithen, I think he's about to turn 17 this month. But yeah, she hadn't even been trying to bond with her kids. Excuse me. But she threw her kids away out of selfishness and not even trying to fight to get them back. I mean, they're of age now. They're legal now. You know, two of her kids are now adults. And but McKeithen is still, a teen. I mean, he's still a teenager. But the older two, you know, I mean, I heard that she went to Georgia for that Kimberly Harper lady. It didn't even seem like she went back to Georgia to reunite with her kids. Or she supposedly can't find them. I don't know. But she's not even making attempts to look for them. But, I feel bad. I mean, other than her kids, if she can't find them, like the rest of the family, it seemed like, her being in jail in a city and state without family. And I don't know if she's still in jail or if she got out yet or I heard that they dropped all the other charges and said that the only charge left is obstruction of a police officer or something. Um which sounds like some people were trying to say that meant resisting arrest. But look what she did to me. Talking about me when she said all that I had to do was listen. When those cops were abusive, narcissistic, gang stalking bullies who were trying to murder me. They wanted to kill me that night. I could have lost my life that night. Excuse me. So, even with me being homeless, I never stole. Like, as a homeless person, I never stole anything. I never stole out of the stores. I never stole this. I never stole that. You know. But there was a point in time in 2018 where the gang stalkers will falsely accuse me of stealing. And it'd be stupid stuff. And it's like, why would I steal toilet paper? You know. And the crazy part, They were falsely accusing me of stealing toilet paper. I just got my social security check. What I need to steal a dollar roll of toilet paper for, or a dollar pack of toilet paper for. So I couldn't even go to they gang stalked me out of the Treme Center, where I was being able to take free showers, and and they gang stalked me out of there. They falsely accused me of being both a thief and a pedophile. And I wasn't even concerned about any kids or anything. I tried to use the gym equipment a few times. I swam a few times, and that wasn't good enough. And they try to make it like I have to be swimming, and that if I go there just to take a shower and not swim, oh, that's proof she's a pedophile. And then when I went to what's that? What's it called? Pensacola State College. I try to get the swimming membership there, and you had to take a course, like a class. And the lady, I think her name was Kay Miller, and she was old as dirt and abusive and narcissistic and masculine. And she falsely accused me of being a pedo just because I'm homeless. And she was very controlling and limited my she tried to falsely make like all homeless people are pedophiles. Now, like, that's not even true. You want to know where your real pedos are? In your school system, your daycares. Or if they like to have access to kids, So when you go to and even in Los Angeles, they bullied me at the pool area and falsely accused me of being a pedo. And it's like, I wasn't homeless at that time, and I had my own place to live, and I would just go swim and shower and then go back home. And it's like, when you go to different cities and states, and the same false rumors floating around about you, but then you're not even registered as a sex offender in any city or state. I have never been required to register as a sex offender. And I have never been criminally charged with touching a child. But all the just false rumors and vigilante hate spreading about targeted individuals. They lie and say that we're a drug addict, a thief, a pedophile, a prostitute, a schizophrenic, a terrorist, a racist, and scammer, and a bunch of other just stuff that ain't true about you. That they give themselves a fake reason to stalk, follow, and harass, and try to control and antagonize and provoke you. And then Anthony and Darius, they both said that gang stalkers falsely accused them of being pedos. But then when they got mad at me, they acted like they wanted to falsely believe that I'm a pedo. I remember last year Anthony falsely accused me of being a chomo. And demanded, what did you do to Raven? Shut up, because you a perp. But Anthony, you said that people in your family have falsely accused you of being a pedo also. Or they try to falsely set you up. They try to set this target up and try to falsely frame the target. So I don't even try to stay away from kids. I try to stay away from society. I try to stay away from people as much as possible. So, but yeah, the gang stalking network, what they'll do is they will harass you about how you should get a job and get housing. And then you try to get a job and get housing, and they sabotage it seemingly immediately or instantly. And then they blame you and lie and say that you're the one who willingly gave up your house or your housing or your job or whatever. And um but yeah, so many people have so many people in the TI community are selling out and becoming perps. And DJ even trying to make like I'm the only fool that's still targeted, you know. And he kept getting mad at me because I won't cave in, or I kept trying to block and ignore him, and kept trying to stay away. And one time it was in the morning, and DJ illegally called me, obtaining my phone number illegally without my permission. And when he called me, one time he called me up masturbating. And well, if you think I'm so nasty, why you trying to why you and that's how I figured, yeah, you a sex trafficker. And that narcissistic control freak fake Christian TI perp um that was 22 years old that dealt with me a few days ago. She was even trying to make it like she knows it all about the fact that the gang stalkers are trying to sex traffic me. You know. So I mean, but anyway, um I guess I might as well go on about my day and start my day. And like I do have like a mini fridge and a microwave up in here, I have a mini fridge and a microwave up in here. And I need to get like restock up on my hygiene and supplements, you know. I need to restock up on my hygiene and supplements, and you know, and um I need to get some food well, I guess I got 4 days left here, so I guess gotta figure out how to go about having like 4 days worth of food. And 4 days worth of food. And let's see, today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, 4 days worth of food. And I got errands to run, grocery shopping. um I need to make that $40 payment. Need to go to the post office. um Gotta get taxes done. Got a lot to do. So, but as I said, if it weren't for the jail situation, I probably could have got my taxes done sooner, But, I mean, it's the deadline hasn't come yet. So, but my legs still hurt. My legs still hurt, you know. So, my legs still hurt. And I still need to trim my nails. I think it's been about 2 months. This is not the normal me. And my nails are trying to break off anyway. Um, I hope to have my nails trimmed before the day is out. Um, so, but I mean, and the satanic stalkers and fake TI perps, they try to sabotage my income. They think I deserve to be punished with, they try to control my meals. They try to control my finances and meals and hotel rooms and you know, but as I said, my with the um I think with even with that fake Christian shelter that try to say the tithes is free. I'm sorry that the shelter is free, but they offer. That they take tithes or whatever. I mean these shelters be trying to take all your money. And this abusive narcissistic lady in Pensacola that was trying to take my entire paycheck, and she tried to be manipulative and be like, well, why you don't think these how come you don't say that these hotels take all your money? Well, at least I got freedom in hotels. I'm not imprisoned in a hotel. But y'all use this to take all of our money and exploit us. Imagine paying a whole $900 to stay in a shelter, $900 for a whole month to stay in a homeless shelter, and you can't even eat what you want. And they got all these fake rules. It's so much. But I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna go. I'll talk to y'all later.